The Witcher 3 is the third installment in the Witcher series, and according to me, it's the most confusing one. So here's a guide to help you understand the game from someone who doesn't understand the game.
You know I don't find that amusing.
This is our main character Geralt. He's a witcher and he kills these things, monsters. This is Geralt's annoying girlfriend Yennefer, also known as Tits. This is Vesemir. Get used to him because he will become your favorite character. This is Ciri, Geralt's adopted daughter. She's a witcher in training kinda. It's not really made clear because she doesn't undergo any of the mutations. But she's also a child of the elder blood. This is Eskel. He's kind of an asshole and nobody likes him. This is the other Witcher at Kaer Morhen. His name is Lambert. Keep it in mind because we'll see him again later. After a training segment, Ciri fucks up a training dummy and this helmet disappears. Only that the dummy appears to be a person with some extremely fashionable clothing. And then a bunch of snow shows up and Kaer Morhen turns into the Swedish summer. The snow is brought by these guys, also known as the Wild Hunt, the main antagonists of the game, and they kinda kill Ciri. Then Geralt wakes up with Vesemir under some tree in Whitehorse and it turns out that it was all just a dream. After Geralt and Vesemir has a little chit chat about said dream, they continue searching for Yennefer, which is the entire region there in White Orchard. Geralt got a letter from Yennefer a bit before telling Geralt they should meet up again in a town called Willoughby, which was burned down by one of the armies from the war going on. Which is kind of a long story, it's gonna start to make sense later, just trust me. Then some ghouls arrive to try to fuck shit up, but that wasn't such a smart choice since both Geralt and Vesemir are trained monster hunters. Geralt and Vesemir then encounter a merchant being attacked by a griffin, so being the nice monster slayers they are, they stop to help the merchant and chases the griffin off. The merchant tells us he knows an innkeeper in the town over, so they go there. Geralt and Vesemir arrives at the inn and asks if the innkeeper knows anything about Yennefer. She didn't know anything, and they talk to the travelers at the inn. And now the game actually starts. Geralt goes to talk to some guy called Yes, that guy. Remember this guy, he's also important later. He knows who Geralt is talking about and tells him that she visited Nilfgaardian garrison a couple of days before Geralt arrived in White Orchard. After getting a lead to where Yennefer might be, Geralt goes to the Nilfgaardian garrison to get some information. Here we meet Peter Gwynleve. I'm not gonna pronounce these names anymore, that's just fucking stupid. He knows where Yennefer went, but he won't tell us unless we kill that griffin we saw before. To do that, we need to gather some information. So Geralt goes to a hunter called Mislav, and he takes you to a Nilfgaardian camp that was attacked by a griffin before. Some footprints take you to the remains of a griffin along with an abandoned nest. Geralt concludes that the other griffin is so angry because his mate got killed. After we get this info, Geralt heads to meet a herbalist to get some buckthorn so he can set a trap for the griffin. After getting the buckthorn, Geralt meets up with Vesemir again. They head off to kill the griffin and set up a sheep dummy at a local field. Here Geralt also gets a crossbow, which is the most useless weapon in the game. After killing the griffin, Geralt heads back to the Nilfgaardian garrison to get his reward and information about Yennefer. Peter tells us that Yennefer went to Vizima. Geralt goes back to Vesemir to head there. After getting in a fight with some local punks, they leave and they meet Yennefer right outside with an Nilfgaardian escort. After this, Vesemir and Geralt kind of part ways, because Vesemir goes back to Kaer Morhen for some reason. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. And Geralt and Yennefer goes back to Vizima. On the way back, the Wild Hunt kind of attacks Yennefer's escort and kills all of them. I would show that, if I didn't skip the cutscene. But since I don't have that, here's a picture of Ham instead. After Geralt and Yennefer arrive, barely, Geralt is forced to shave, and a guy called Morven Voorhees comes out of nowhere. He's the guy who commanded the people that were killed by the Wild Hunt before. Remember this guy as well, because we'll get to meet him later. After being shaved and bathed, Geralt goes to meet Emir van... okay, I'm tired of these Nilfgaardian names now, so I'm just gonna call them all assholes. So after his little spa day, Geralt goes to meet asshole number 1, and he's also the Emperor of Nilfgaard. And he's also the father of Ciri, the girl we met at Kaer Morhen. He tells you to find Ciri because she's missing, and that you will be handsomely rewarded. She's apparently being pursued by the Wild Hunt, probably because she's a child of the Elder Blood, and she can kinda prevent the end of the world. And the Wild Hunt wants that, I guess. You then meet up with Yennefer again in Vizima this time. She tells you that you need to find Ciri, and Geralt heads off to Velen to meet a spy. And that's where this part of the series ends. Next time we'll go to Velen trying to find Ciri, I guess.